The rugged coastal cliff stands defiant against the encroaching dusk, painted in the warm hues of the setting sun. High atop the cliff, the shattered remains of the sailboat Zephyr serve as a haunting reminder of nature's raw power. An old man, his face a canvas of time and hardship, finds solace beside the wreck, his gaze lost in the endless sea. His eyes reflect the vast expanse before him, a silent dialogue with the memories carried on the wind and waves. The cliffside scene unfolds, with waves crashing against the rocks, the wind howling. Amidst the elements, the old man squints at the distant horizon. The young boy's innocent question cuts through the noise. What happened to that boat? The old man's weathered face turns toward the boy, a hint of untold stories in his eyes. His voice drops, tinged with a knowing sadness. Most say the Zephyr met her end in a storm, but they don't know the truth. Not really. The sun dips below the horizon, casting a fiery glow across the old man's face as he stares into the fading light. His eyes, pools of memory, begin to reflect scenes of a life lived and lessons learned. His voice echoes, resonating with the weight of regret. She didn't crash because of the wind or the rocks. It was pride that brought her down. The old man closes his eyes, the setting sun painting his face with shadows. His mind drifts back to that fateful day, the memory as vivid as the setting sun. The last rays of sunlight fade, leaving the old man in the twilight of memory and reflection. A quaint fishing village harbor. The boats dance gently on the water. Suddenly, a small sailboat bursts across the water, its speed defying the calm. Old man's voice echoes. You see, once long ago there was a boy in this village. The voice continues, painting a tale of legend. A boy who could sail like no other. The sailboat speeds into the distance, a symbol of the tale being told. At the bustling harbor, a young sailor navigates his small boat with impressive skill. His black hair dances in the wind as he confidently maneuvers through the waves. Each movement reflects a natural talent and a hint of youthful arrogance. He skillfully tacks into the wind, mastering the craft. The boy's small boat surges ahead, a swift arrow cutting through the waves, leaving larger vessels in its wake. Seasoned sailors watch in stunned silence as the boy's boat effortlessly glides past, defying expectations with every nautical mile. An old man's voice echoes across the open water. He was young, barely a lad, but the sea seemed to obey him. Older sailors would shake their heads as he passed them by, skimming waves like a gull on the breeze. The young sailor's face is etched with determination, a silent promise of greatness. But slowly, dissatisfaction clouds his youthful features, dimming the fire in his eyes. His initial resolve begins to crumble, replaced by a creeping sense of inadequacy. The voice of the old man echoes in his mind. But it wasn't enough. He didn't want to be good. He wanted to be remembered. At the harbor dock, the boy carefully secures his boat, the ropes tightening around the bollard. The father approaches, his face etched with a stern concern that cuts through the air. The father speaks, his voice carrying the weight of experience. There's more to sailing than speed. Winds shift, and glory drifts. His words hang in the air, a mix of warning and wisdom for his son. An old man's voice echoes, a haunting premonition. But the boy didn't listen. The scene fades, the father's advice unheeded, as the boy remains focused on the horizon. Beneath the moonlit sky, the harbor glistens with an ethereal glow. In the dead of night, a boy stealthily departs from his home, melting into the shadows. His silhouette fades into the night as he makes his way toward the docks, a journey into the unknown. Old man's voice echoes. One night without a word he slipped away, set out into the dark, chasing wind and legend. The small boat speeds across the open water as night descends. Distant storm clouds loom, a menacing sign of what is to come. The boat plows onward, a fragile vessel against the encroaching tempest. Darkness deepens, the storms approach, casting an ominous shadow over the sea. The air grows heavy with anticipation as the boat races against the gathering storm. The boat is tossed violently on the open water, a small vessel battling the fury of the night. Against the stormy sky, the boy strains against the whipping sail. Each raindrop stings as the storm intensifies. But the sea is a cruel teacher. Storm clouds gathered, as if summoned by his arrogance. The old man's voice echoes. The small boat continues to struggle against the overwhelming sea. The storm rages on, testing the boy's resolve in the heart of the open water. A sudden, blinding flash of lightning cuts through the night, revealing a boy's face etched with terror. The mask groans under the relentless assault of the storm, its wood splintering under the immense pressure. The mast cracks loudly under the strain. The words echo. Lightning struck. The wind screamed. Under the cloak of night, a small boat is violently capsized, plunging a young boy into the unforgiving, churning sea. The turbulent waves engulf the boy, threatening to swallow him whole in the vast, indifferent expanse. The old man's voice echoes through the darkness. And then, silence. The sea continues to churn. The boy disappears beneath the waves, leaving only the sound of the storm. On the strange island shore, a boy's eyes flutter open, greeted by an ethereal light. The boy slowly opens his eyes, adjusting to the soft, strange light filtering through the canopy above. An otherworldly glow dances across the boy's face as consciousness returns. His gaze focuses, the strange light reflecting in his eyes as he awakens on the unfamiliar shore. The shore unfolds, a realm of ethereal beauty, where dream and reality intertwine in ways unseen on mundane beaches. Bioluminescent flora paints the landscape with otherworldly hues, each glow a breath of the island's magical essence. The scene pulsates with life, as the strange plants seem to breathe, their light enhancing the island's dreamlike quality. The landscape's stark beauty captivates, a vibrant testament to the island's divergence from the ordinary world. An untouched paradise, the island's shore whispers promises of adventure and mystery, beckoning explorers to uncover its secrets. The camera pans across a magical island, unveiling an extraordinary sight, boats floating gently in the sky. An old man's voice echoes, painting a picture of wonder. Boats floated above the earth like seabirds in still air. The island shimmers with secrets, cradled by the wind's gentle embrace. An island of wonder, kept secret by the wind. The scene lingers on the boats, suspended like dreams in the vast expanse of the sky. Upon the shores of a magical island, figures emerge, their movements defying gravity. Their garments billow around them as if caught in an unseen current, enhancing their ethereal appearance. An echoing voice whispers of these beings, shrouded in mystery. There were sailors there, quiet folk who spoke in riddles. The sailors continue their silent procession, their presence a blend of the real and the fantastical. On a magical island bathed in sunlight, island sailors begin to impart their ancient knowledge to a young boy. He struggles, but slowly his small boat begins to rise, wobbling precariously. The voice of an old man echoes, narrating the boy's progress. They taught him to ride the air, to master flight itself. With each lesson, the boy's confidence grows, his control over the wind becoming more assured. The island shrinks beneath him as he soars higher, a testament to his growing skill. He masters flight, dancing with the wind, a new chapter unfolding in his life. On the mystical island, the island sailor's face reflects deep solemnity as he imparts a grave warning. The island sailor begins, but they gave him one warning: never tell, never show. The boy listens intently, nodding solemnly in understanding. The island sailor continues, and he didn't listen to that either. The serene backdrop of the magical island contrasts sharply with the gravity of the sailor's words. Under the serene gaze of the moon, the village slumbers, draped in long dancing shadows. A silhouette against the night, the zephyr sweeps over the tranquil village. From above, the old man's voice echoes. He came back to show them, soared high above his village, heart thundering with pride. The zephyr continues its majestic flight, a beacon of hope in the night. Under the flickering lamplight, villagers emerge from their homes, their faces etched with awe and disbelief. A sense of shared wonder spreads as the villagers point towards something unseen. The cobblestone street becomes a stage for astonishment. The lamplight dances, casting shadows that amplify the mystery of the night. Disbelief and wonder intertwine as the villagers collectively witness the spectacle above. The young sailor revels in a moment of pure triumph, his face radiant with a broad, infectious smile. His expression captures the exhilaration and pride of a hard-won victory. His eyes reflect the warmth and approval of those around him. Every line of his face tells a story of challenge, resilience, and ultimate success. Under the cloak of night, the village sky succumbs to a sudden tempest, dark clouds gathering with ominous intent. An unseen voice cuts through the brewing storm, but pride calls to the storm. The clouds churn with increasing fury, mirroring the old man's words with nature's response. The flying boat is caught amidst the maelstrom, a tiny silhouette against the overwhelming darkness. As the storm intensifies, the village below is plunged into deeper shadow, awaiting the storm's inevitable fury. Under the cloak of the night sky, the boat spirals uncontrollably, ensnared in a violent vortex of wind. The wind intensifies its assault, howling with increasing fury as the Zephyr becomes a plaything of the storm. The boy battles against the tempest's rage, his knuckles bone white as he desperately fights to regain command. From the ethereal realm of memory, the old man's voice echoes, foretelling doom. The wind turned fierce. The sky cracked open. The old man's voice continues, a somber prophecy hanging in the air. The Zephyr fought and failed. Under the cloak of night, the Zephyr, sails shredded, begins its deadly fall towards the unforgiving cliffs. The wind howls a mournful dirge as the ship hurtles faster, a symphony of destruction accompanying its descent. The unseen narrator laments the ship's fate. She fell from the heavens and broke upon the cliffs, like Icarus reaching too close to the sun. The Zephyr is now nothing more than scattered debris, swallowed by the ocean. As dawn breaks, the boy stirs amidst the wreckage, his eyes fluttering open to the awakening world. Pain shoots through his leg as he attempts to move, a harsh reminder of the chaos. Old man. V.O. When he awoke, the sky was empty. The island was gone. The flying boats, the sailors vanished. The haunting words of the old man echo, painting a picture of desolation and loss. Years blur into a montage of endless coastlines, each wave echoing the boy's relentless quest. He scans the skies, hoping for a sign, a glimmer of what he seeks. The boy grows into a man, his search spanning years, marked by sun-soaked shores and wind-swept cliffs. The old man's voice echoes, a somber narration of a journey filled with waves and wind, but devoid of answers. He searched for years, but found only waves and wind. The endless expanse of the sea mirrors the vastness of his unfulfilled search, the horizon offering no solace. Years have passed. The boy is now a young man, forever bound to the cliffside and the shattered remains of a forgotten wreck. He stares out at the endless sea, the salt-laced wind a constant companion, whipping through his hair as if whispering secrets of the past. The voice of the old man echoes, a haunting reminder of a destiny chosen. So he stayed, with the wreck, waiting. In solitude, he remains, a solitary figure amidst the wreckage, patiently awaiting a fate only the sea can reveal. The old man and young boy return to the cliffside, their figures silhouetted against the vast expanse. The wind whips around them, carrying whispers of forgotten tales. The old man places a comforting hand on the boy's shoulder, a silent promise of guidance. They stand together, united by blood and the timeless call of the sea. The endless horizon stretches before them, a symbol of the journeys they will face together. On the precipice of the world, a young boy stands, wind-tossed, at the cliff's edge. Beside him, the old man stands resolute, his ancient gaze lost in the infinite horizon. The young boy, questioning, seeks truth in the wind. Was it real? Or just an old man's tale? The old man responds with enigmatic wisdom. That's not for me to say. The answer hangs in the balance, suspended between the cliff and the sky. On the cliffside, the old man and the boy stand together, their faces turned skyward. The old man's gaze is lost in the heavens, a secret reflected in his eyes. The boy watches him, unable to decipher the mysteries held within the old man's knowing eyes. The old man speaks softly, his voice carrying on the wind. But sometimes, when the sky is just right, the boy's eyes search the sky, seeking to understand the old man's cryptic words. The old man smiles faintly, his gaze filled with memories only he can see. The sky unfolds, clouds parting to reveal a fleeting glimpse of something extraordinary. A faint silhouette, a boat perhaps, dances in the distance, a ghost on the horizon. The vision fades as quickly as it appears, swallowed once more by the embrace of the clouds. From somewhere beyond, a voice whispers, a memory echoing in the vastness. I think I still hear her sails. The whisper hangs in the air, a haunting melody carried on the wind. The sky remains silent, holding its secrets close, as the echo of sails fades into the infinite blue. The young boy stands at the cliffside, his face etched with awe as his eyes lift towards the sky. His expression mirrors the vastness before him, a blend of innocence and curiosity. The wind whips gently around him, tousling his hair as he remains lost in his upward gaze. In that moment, the cliffside becomes a stage for his silent, profound wonder. Against the fiery sunset, the old man and boy stand as silhouettes on the cliffside, the wreckage of the Zephyr a silent witness to their story. A gentle breeze whispers through the grass, carrying with it the echoes of dreams and memories. The sun dips lower, casting long shadows that stretch across the landscape, painting the sky with hues of orange, pink, and gold. The figures of the old man and boy remain still, a poignant tableau against the grandeur of nature's canvas. Behind a cascading waterfall, the entrance to a hidden cave is revealed. Within the cave, a colossal sea monster slumbers, its form casting long shadows on the damp walls. Even in sleep, the monster's eyes emit a menacing red glow, illuminating the ancient carvings on the cave walls. The walls are covered in carvings depicting flying boats and sailors, telling tales of bygone eras and maritime legends. The damp cave walls shimmer with moisture, reflecting the eerie red light and ancient carvings. On a magical island, island sailors gather, faces adorned with tribal markings. Their ancient chant rises in unison, echoing through the air. Hands raised skyward, they summon a shimmering portal. The portal swirls with otherworldly energy, a gateway materializing above. The shimmering portal opens, a direct path to a monster's foreboding cave. The island's magic weaves a path to the unknown. The island sailors approach the monstrous entity, hands outstretched in supplication. Gems shimmer in their palms, a tribute to appease the ancient rage of the beast. The monster's eyes, vast and terrible, soften ever so slightly as it gazes upon the offering. A fleeting moment of peace washes over the cavern as the monster accepts the tribute. A symbiotic relationship is established. The monster protects the island and the sailors provide it with sustenance. An unspoken bond solidifies in the damp, echoing cave, sealing their fate together. Under the cloak of night, rain torrents upon the village as a fierce wind howls through the streets. The boy, a lone figure against the tempestuous sky, soars through the heavens aboard the Zephyr, its sails billowing wildly. Below, the villagers huddle together, their faces etched with terror as they gaze upward at the Zephyr. They mistake the flying boat for a monstrous omen, a harbinger of the storm's relentless fury. The storm rages, mirroring the villagers' fear as the Zephyr cuts through the night sky. Deep within the earth, a colossal form stirs from its age-long slumber. Its senses sharpen, detecting an unwelcome presence above. A pair of crimson eyes snap open, burning with ancient fury. A monstrous roar rips through the cavern, shaking the very foundations of the world. The deafening sound echoes outwards, a primal scream of rage. The village trembles as the monster's fury is unleashed. Under the cloak of night, the Zephyr hurtles towards the ominous cliffs, its doom sealed by the relentless sea. The monstrous form emerges from the abyss, a titan rising to claim its prize. Its immense arm sweeps down, a harbinger of destruction aimed directly at the Zephyr. The Zephyr shatters under the monstrous assault, its wooden frame unable to withstand the brutal force. Debris rains down as the remnants of the once proud vessel are hurled against the unyielding rocks. The cliffs stand silent witnesses to the Zephyr's demise, the dark sea swallowing what remains. The island sailors watch the monster retreat back into the sea. Their faces reflect a mix of dismay and disbelief. The monster's connection to the island weakens. The boy's betrayal hangs heavy in the air. At the cliffside's edge, an old man stands as time's testament, his weathered face a map of memories. Each day he returns, a silent guardian, his eyes reflecting hope mingled with deep uncertainty. His gaze sweeps over the churning sea below, where hope and trepidation dance in the ocean depths. He hopes to appease the monster and restore the island's magic. He remains standing, a silent plea sent out to the waves. Under the vast sky, a young boy embarks on a journey across the open water, his small boat cutting through the waves. Inspired by tales of old, he is determined to find the magical island, its secrets calling to him. The boat glides through the shimmering expanse, carrying the boy closer to his mysterious destination. With unwavering resolve, he navigates the open water, his heart set on uncovering the island's hidden wonders. On a magical island, a young boy with tousled hair, ventures into the wild. Unknowingly, he approaches a hidden entrance, veiled by thick vines. The entrance, almost invisible, is guarded by nature's camouflage. He pauses, unaware of the danger lurking within the monster's cave. Little does he know, adventure and peril await in the shadows. In the heart of the monster cave, a colossal monster looms, its crimson eyes blazing. The air crackles with raw tension. Against this monstrous backdrop, a young boy stands firm, his small frame unyielding. He extends a hand, offering a crudely carved wooden boat as a simple gift. The wooden boat is offered as a symbol of peace. In the depths of the monster's cave, the creature's fury meets an unexpected challenge: the innocent sincerity of a young boy. A profound shift occurs as the monster's hardened gaze melts, replaced by a flicker of comprehension. The monster pauses, caught in a moment of internal conflict, its massive form wavering with newfound emotion. In a gesture of unexpected kindness, the monster subtly nods, granting the boy permission to approach. The boy emerges from the cave, a beacon of courage against the unknown. He guides the monster forward, a silent pact binding them. Together, they venture towards the heart of the magical island. The island awaits, its magic stirring with their arrival. On the magical island, the island sailors stand frozen, their faces a mask of utter disbelief. The monstrous creature and the young boy stand side by side, a silent alliance forged in the heart of the storm. The air crackles with an unspoken energy, a testament to the unlikely friendship that now binds them together. Their unlikely union defies expectations, as the islanders grapple with the impossible reality before them. A new chapter unfolds on the magical island, where the bonds of friendship transcend fear and prejudice. The island air vibrates with the promise of change, as the alliance between boy and beast redefines their world. From the heavens, a magical island descends, solidifying from the ethereal clouds into breathtaking reality. Flying boats dance gracefully around the island, weaving through the air like celestial guardians. Below, the villagers look up, their faces alight with a symphony of emotions. Fear melts away, replaced by wonder as the impossible becomes real. Cheers erupt, a chorus of voices celebrating the dawn of a new era. Joy radiates from every face, illuminating the village with hope and excitement. The old man stands silhouetted against the fiery sunset, a knowing smile playing on his lips. Golden light bathes the rugged cliffside, casting long shadows that dance with the wind. A silent promise hangs in the air as the legend of the Zephyr prepares to inspire a new generation. He smiles, a quiet sense of satisfaction washing over him as he contemplates the magic hidden within the world. The wind whispers secrets of the past as the sun dips below the horizon, painting the sky in hues of orange and gold. The old man looks out over the cliff, knowing the Zephyr's legacy will endure.